I'm honored to be a guest speaker at the 2017 Works For Me event. As a person with a disability, I understand how difficult it is to get a job in the community. Raise your hand if you have been on a job interview and heard, we'll review your application and get back to you. And then never hear from them. If you have a disability and are applying for a job, I can guarantee you have heard that comment more than once. With the help of the ARC in Madison Cortland, I went on numerous job interviews, and I will review your application and get back to you is a common phrase I heard. I knew I wasn't getting the job. But then one day, I had an interview at Community Bank in Oneida. The interview went well, and I heard, are you available to work 5 days a week, 3 hours a day? That's when I knew I had the job. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you the woman who interviewed and hired me, Angel Rose. Angel is my supervisor, and she is one of the nicest, fairest people you will ever meet. I felt excited. Finally, a business was giving me a chance to prove myself. I have a job. I'm pleased to tell you I have been working at Community Bank as a cleaner for nearly 5 years. I always get great evaluations, and most of all, I feel part of the team, and I'm respected. I'm included in staff parties. When my picture was in the paper for receiving an award, they posted it on the employee bulletin board. And my coworkers will chip in to buy me a Christmas gift. In fact, one year they bought me a bicycle. I feel lucky that I am working for a great business who gave me time off so I could speak to all of you. Working at Community Bank is the first job I've ever had where I have worked for 5 years, and I hope to work until I retire. The longest I've lasted in other jobs was about a year. Having a job is as important to me as it is to all of you. It means I'm somebody, I'm important, and I can earn a paycheck. It means travel and being able to purchase whatever I want. It means I can live independently, and I don't have to rely on the system. People with disabilities live in a catch-22. As I listen to the news every night, I hear about how elected officials in Washington, D.C. want to cut our entitlements. Social Security and Medicaid. People with disabilities are scared, and we have seen with the recent protests, it seems like Washington, D.C. believes that these benefits and entitlements for people with disabilities are freebies for people who don't want to work. Well, I'm here to tell you that people with disabilities do want to work, and they make great employees if given half a chance. It is getting the business community to recognize that hiring a person with a disability will be an asset to their business. The business is gaining a valued employee. My advice to someone who has a disability and wants to work is to try, and keep trying. Some more. Don't give up, because you will find your angel. There is an employer who will hire you and value the work you do. Don't fear rejection. If you fear rejection, it will paralyze you. If you don't get the job, then it wasn't the right job for you. Don't take rejection personally. It can actually make you stronger. It happens to us all. In closing, I encourage every employer to contact the Works For Me program. You will find the best employees. If you are a person with a disability or looking for a job, again, I will remind you to try, and try some more. The partnership between an employer and someone with a disability equals ability and willingness to work, and that works for me.